What is up, everybody? It's time for some Sultai walkers. Hope you are ready. As far as opening hand goes, yeah, I don't mind this. I mean, it's a little slow with the 5 mana. We have Painful Truce, Cryptic Command. We could mulligan, but yeah, I'm okay with this. We'll go and keep. You know, if we're playing against an aggressive opponent, then not too thrilled about the hand, but with what we got, it's not too bad. Forest, do we have some elves action over there? Do we smell some elves? But yeah, this as far as opening hand goes, yeah, we're gonna go Creeping Tar Pit, and we do have Painful Truce to kind of just get into some quick card draw right there. But we shall see what our opponent, who's been down since 1985 to do whatever, man. Some of my favorite things about Magic Online is looking at the different the usernames on there. Always get a good chuckle out of them. And I'm not sure what our opponent's up to right now, but yeah, he's just chilling. But yeah, as far as our turn, we're going to get down Creeping Tar Pit. It's going to come in and play Tap. And the next turn, we're probably going to get down the turn after that, get down Misty. And then Walter Shock in one of our either Breeding Pool or Water. Oh, okay, there we go. Alright, Lana War Elves. Okay, I thought I smelled some elves over there. Get into, ooh, Birds of Paradise. Really nice. So I'm actually going to change up what we're doing. So let's go and go Breeding Pool. Let's go and shock that in. Get down Birds of Paradise. And pass the turn. Yeah, so now with Birds of Paradise, it really accelerates if we can draw into one of our 3 mana planeswalkers, whether it's Nissa or Liliana, then that'd be good, but we can make it work with this. So he's got Lana War Elves, and Heritage Druid out there right there, and Elvish Archdruid. So things I'd like to get into would be a nice little Abrupt Decay to kind of break up some of that combo, but at least we can go ahead and fire off this Painful Truce right now. Now let's see. Do we want to? Let's go ahead and let's go and crack Misty and get into. We can get into a forest or an island and fire this Painful Truce off. Let's go and go island because we're going to get into some Cryptic Command action, and then we can go and fire this Painful Truce off. So we got blue, green, and then let's do black off of this Birds of Paradise. Okay, that's not bad. I got a nice little spread right there. The 3 mana, I'd like to get into Liliana to kind of start minusing some of his stuff, but we go to the throw, and it's pretty nice right there. And we'll go and pass the turn. We have to chunk 1 card in the graveyard, so we'll probably go ahead and, next turn we'll be online to get into some Cryptic Command action, so we're definitely going to keep both of those. And probably go ahead and chunk... might chunk that Watery Grave, that way we can get into a black source off this Misty. Because I don't mind Creeping Tar Pit and, a couple turns later. Well, no, I might go and chunk the Creeping Tar Pit right now. I can't really... He's got a nice little start right there with the Archdruid out there. Yeah, but next turn, once we get down, we can shock in Watery Grave. He's going to be able to swing in for 2, 4, 6, 8, drop us down to 6. Then we have 2 turns of Cryptic Commands that we can get off going. A quick start like this is kind of hard for a deck like this, but we'll make it work. Now, if we do lose game 1, as far as going to sideboard, we do have Damnation, and we have a couple more kill. We have Dismember, get into that, and then we back off some of a couple of Raskas possibly to get around all these quick creatures like this. Well, if he gets the, I can't remember the name of it, but it's the green-black elf where you lose life equal to number of elves. So let's say that's what he's getting out there. So we're looking at 5, drop us down to 9, 2, 4, 6, 8. They'll put us down at 1. I was just saying that because he was tapping that for black. Man, I can't remember the name of it. Like Gilt Leaf, maybe? Glit Leaf? Man, I don't know my elves as good as I should. So I guess down Elves Visionary. You can draw a card off that bad boy. But yeah, I've seen a lot of elves online, so that's pretty cool, man. I like when tribal decks exist in Eternal formats. That's always cool to me. And now we're getting, and I'll know the name as soon as he gets it. Well, obviously I'll see it. Shaman of the Pack. That's what it is. So we're going to lose life equal to the number of elves. So we're looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's going to be 8. And he's going to swing in for lethal on that one. Yep. That's going to get it right there, man. Elves, that's some serious business, man. They're not we're not looking at some Dwarf Fortress elves over here. We're looking at real elves. So he's going to swing in, and there's nothing we can do because he's going to have lethal right there. On to game 2. So let's go ahead and let's bring in Go for the Throat. Bring in Dismember, let's bring in Damnation. And I'm going to go ahead and bring in Golgari Charm. That way we can kind of blast up some of his early creatures. It's really devastating against those Lana War Elves. And I like leaving in the Abrupt Decays. What do we want to cut? Let's go down on the Painful Truce right now. Let's go down on the Doubling Season. You know, Doubling Season is in there just if you get into it, man. It's one of those where it's it's nice to have in the deck, but we're not relying on it. So I'm going to cut those two out. And I don't mind Remand in this one. In Mana Leak 2, we just need to go down one more. Definitely want to leave the 4 Birds of Paradise. It is crucial. I'll probably go down on 1 Vraska right there. Yeah, we're going to go. That sounds pretty good. Is there anything else we want to bring in? Yeah, we'll go with that. So we're looking to get like a Golgari Charm or an Abrupt Decay in our opening hand. Now, he didn't really see anything on our side other than just Sultai. Well, I don't know if he saw any black. Well, he saw Painful Truce. So he knows we're on some type of Sultai build, but he doesn't know we're on Sultai Walkers. So we're going to play first. Ooh, beautiful. Liliana. Okay, yes, that is exactly what the doctor ordered. So we're going to keep on this one. The only thing that could make this hand better would be Birds of Paradise. Okay, so let's go ahead and go. I want to fire this Oath of Nissa off, so let's. I'm not worried about land destruction over there, so we're just going to get into a double breeding pool, and then we'll get on Urborg and be okay on our mana. And plus, Oath of Nissa allows us to cast any of our planeswalkers. We're going to go and pay 2. Tap this for green. And yeah, so you know, off this Oath, we're looking for any planeswalker, obviously, but Birds of Paradise would be pretty nice if we can get that down. Garruk, well, ooh, Damnation, bummer. Let's get, we're looking 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I may actually go ahead and go this Polluted Delta. Well, yeah, I feel like Wildspeak would be a little bit more of a win more card, so I'm going to go ahead and grab that Polluted Delta. That way we stay online for 4 mana. And then we can shuffle that Damnation back up, so. And go and pass the turn. Yeah, so next turn we're looking at getting down. We get on the Polluted Delta, so we don't have to shock in the breeding pool, and then we'll have Mana Leak up to kind of stop whatever. Well, ooh, yep, Cavern of Souls. So, but if we do get into Remand, you can still counter a card cast off Cavern of Souls just to get the draw effect too. So, if you're unfamiliar with that interaction. Okay, Elvish Mystic. Cryptic Command. Okay, so we need to grab a 3rd blue source. So we're going to go ahead and get down Polluted Delta and go ahead and pass the turn. Yeah, there's a weird spot to where he could not use Cavern of Souls to cast an elf. Maybe he's casting just a single elf off Elvish Mystic, so we can go and take care of it right then and there. Or, unless you get into double Cavern of Souls. Okay, so it's uncounterable. And we're looking to get down Liliana next turn and start just plugging away at his these little elves, man. Elvis Archdruid, okay. Ooh, bummer. So let's go and crack this Polluted Delta. Let's get into, we're going to get another breeding pool. Overgrown Tomb, okay, let's go and get down Urborg. Let's get down Liliana. And we'll go ahead and minus on the. He's not probably. Well, he might be swinging with Archdruid. Let's go ahead and minus on the Elvish Mystic. That way, it kind of forces him to use the Archdruid for a mana source, or to swing in and not use it as a mana source. Yeah, so we're going to go with the Elvish Mystic right there. And then we can get into a spot to where we can plus Liliana on one of his elves, and then bounce one of his the Elvish Archdruid back to his hand, and kind of start plugging away at creatures like that. But he can tap his elf, so if he gets down even 2 or 3 more elves, he's gonna be able to tap that for up to however many elves he gets out. And then, if we can stabilize a little bit, we'll get into some Ashiok and make our own little elf army. I'm sure there's going to be tons of nice little juicy Ashiok targets in there. But yeah, we loaded up on the removal, so we've got three abrupt decays. We have 2 go for the throat, so we threw a dismember in there. I'm pretty sure too. So be nice to get into some of those spot removal too. Yeah, and if we do bounce something like the Archer back to his hand, then we can fire Liliana, and he can recast it, and he'll still lose that turn to cast it as far as getting that extra mana. Okay, so cracks some swept teeth. I'm digging the basics in there. I wish it was old border. That's pretty cool art right there. Okay, lead the stampede. All right, man. So with Lead the Stampede, if you're unfamiliar, this is not a widely played modern card, but look at the top 5 cards of your library. You may reveal any number of creature cards among them, put them into your hand. So let's see what he revealed off of that. Just looking at another Lana War Elves and another Elvish Archdruid. Okay, gets down Lana War Elves. And also, if we get into a Golgari Charm, we can bounce the Archdruid back to his hand at the end of turn and then fire off a Golgari Charm too, which will kind of really wipe out an entire elf board. Or if you've got double Archdruid right there. We're going to close those out since he played those. Birds of Paradise. Okay. So let's go ahead and... Yeah, I'm going to go and shock this in. That way we can tap his creatures out. And we can still plus Liliana until we get into some spot removal. And then we'll just go ahead and plus the one of his Archdruids. We could get down Ashiok and start milling them out right now, and get down Birds of Paradise. But what I'm gonna go for a Cryptic Command next turn. Tap all of his creatures. That way, at least kind of fog them out for a turn, and we'll get to draw a card because I'm looking to get into some spot removal. Kind of pick them apart that way. But he's got 8 mana from the Archdruids right there. We just need to get to those zombies right there to fight this incoming elf horde. Or if we get into a damnation, that would be really nice too. We did crack this Pluto Delta. Ooh, oof, oof. Okay. So let's go ahead and tap all creatures and draw a card. Oops, need to tap for blue on that one. And we're in his combat step right now, so even with the extra elf mana right there, it's not going to do anything. He can still activate it if he wants to, I guess. Maybe he's realizing that. Ooh, get into Abrupt Decay. Yes, I will take that. Okay, let's see what we draw into. Snapcaster. A little far away from Snapcaster Cryptic right now, but at least we can Abrupt Decay on the Azuri. And we're still looking at 3, 6. Look at 3, 6, 9, 12. So don't want to shock this in. We get down Birds of Paradise. We can Abrupt Decay, and then next turn Snapcaster. Yeah, we can go and let's pump Liliana on the Archdruid. Actually, on the Elvish Mystic. Let's do that one. That way, because he's probably going to swing with that one. Then let's go ahead and we'll put this Overgrown Tomb into play tapped. Let's get down Birds of Paradise. And then we do have Abrupt Decay. So we'll go and activate that before he has a chance to kill it, before he has a chance to do anything. Okay. And the next turn we do have Snapcaster on the Abrupt Decay to take care of one of the Archdruids, or if we get into one more land there, or we have Birds of Paradise to Snapcaster Cryptic. But yeah, I went in and fired that Abrupt Decay off because he was tapped out, and then he could, if we did it during right now, he could do it in response and activate some Archdruids. You know, if he doesn't swing it at Liliana and he decides to swing it at us, we're going to be able to tick up Liliana one more time. And then we have Snapcaster Cryptic, so we can hopefully get that ultimate off. It's just crazy how much mana these Elves decks can generate. So he's got 5 mana in his pool floating right now. He's got 3 Archdruids. So we're looking at, he can swing in, we're looking at 4, 8, 10. 10 can swing across right now. And if he's got another Archdruid, that's going to be pretty gnarly right there. We can still chump block with Birds of Paradise. And he still has this Archdruid to activate for mana. He's got 4 of them. Sometimes in Magic, man, you just, I don't know, man. Got 4 Archdruids out there. Okay, man. And oh, and then we've got the pack coming in too. So right now we're gonna keep our fingers crossed for a damnation. So we're looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 drops down to 6. Oh man, that's brutal, man. Completely demolished by Elves. Yeah, we hit that Oath of Nissa and our damnation. Hit our damnation off that, so we got put down on the bottom, but we shuffled back up with Polluted Delta. But man, you've got 4 Elvish Archdruids. That's man, that's not really coming back from that one. All right, and no matter what we do, we can't really block on this one either. Unless he gets creative and swings in Liliana with everybody. Alright, so he's coming in hot. We couldn't block, but he's still going to be getting in 10. So, yeah, good game, man. That is Elves right there. When you have 4 Elvish Archdruids, man, that'll win you the game right there. So, alright, guys, on to the next round.